una know say our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, promised us, say, or rather vowed, say, if he not give us permanent light, he say, make we not vote him in 2027 when he come back. I be not be so you talk him. I go like make una watch these videos first. I dey come. Go watch this.
This is a video of President Tinubu.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me.
So, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you assured Nigerians that in your 4-year tenure, you are going to provide constant power and electricity supply to the entire country. And this is 2 years into your government, we still don't have that constant power supply. And instead of you to fulfill this mandate that you made to Nigerians, you are already preparing and campaigning for your 2027 election. I don't know what the Nigerians do now. I don't know why the government and the leaders of this country don't want the Nigerian youth to thrive. We don't want more prosper, we don't want more better. Is it a crime to be a Nigerian youth? Is it a crime to be born in this country that for 65 years after independence, we still don't have constant power supply? And we're going to make match that we are the giant of Africa. And to the EKDC and the Lagos State government, you told Lagosians that you were splitting the electricity distribution to various bands. Band A, Band B, Band C, and whatsoever. And you assured Band A that you'll be giving them 20 hours light, a minimum of 20 hours light, for an increased tariff. Now that 20 hours light, Band A not a C. But yet you are collecting an increased tariff. So the idea was to increase the tariff, but not to fulfill your promise of giving them 20 hours light, a minimum of 20 hours light every day. Businesses are not thriving. Businesses are not growing because we don't have power. We are spending so much to generate electricity by ourselves. And this is another medium that the real estate developers are using to charge Nigerians outrageously for power supply. Because they are telling residents that they are the one providing power. They are the one providing power. They are the one providing transformer by themselves. So what is the Lagos State government doing? What is the EKDC doing? What is the Minister of Power doing? How come in 2025 we still don't have power supply, constant power supply in a commercial city and across the 36 states in Nigeria? Give us constant power supply, no. Give us good road, no. Give us good governance, no. Give us good hospitals, no. Give us good schools, no, give us. But if we speak up, now come they arrest us. They try to silence us.
And the only way out for us is to continue to do that in the next 4 years. This particular aspirant, as you all know, you can go and check it, the records are there. This is somebody that has been arrested for spending fake American dollars in a nightclub in America. And he's been detained for months. And he knows that he has won mugshots for months before this whole thing was quenched. He's also known that he doesn't have the competence to do what he is being propelled to do. The records are there in Bagara General Hospital. This is somebody that has gone for rehabilitation before. We don't want to go too far, but we know, and we know. Now the truth is this. We don't want to talk about all the things that we know, but we know that, our leadership should have a rethink. Because the truth is this, I will not stand here on the mandate of Lagosians and then allow our great party APC to fritter away down.
That's Ambody, former governor of Lagos State, telling us, giving us the CV of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who suddenly has now become the chief policing of who is demarketing Nigeria. The same Babajide Sanwo-Olu that was caught on video following Bola Ahmed Tinubu with an helicopter to somewhere to go and have transactions that today people are asking, what did you go to buy or sell in this particular video? Till today, you are seeing the video now. Yeah, what did both of you go to buy and sell? Of course, it was only normal that Tinubu will put somebody who believes in his ideology, and that's why this picture is trending. This picture of them with powder in their nose. See, the problem, we are not selling any candidate. We want Nigeria to get better. And all of you that have your tight-fisted, ignoble hands on the issues of this country, we will remove it. This country will be liberated. Because all of these dramas that all of you have now produced, all of this drama, the other day is Uzor Kalu, the same Orji that was convicted for an over 7 billion naira fraud in 2019, has the guts to talk about who is demarketing Nigeria. You know the meaning of demarketing. What is demarketing? When you have your hands stained with blood, when your hands stained with people's money, you are talking about demarketing. Somebody that speaks about, so somebody comes here now and say that I am demarketing Nigeria because I say remove your hands, let this country breathe, let this country move forward, and a criminal, a convicted criminal, Radesha Olu should go and sue somebody on these revelations. You have rehabilitation. What to make you go rehab? Which drugs did they abuse? They make you go rehab. Say you are spending fake dollar. Nobody, you cannot be a Bola Tinubu friend if you don't have illicit habits and character. If you are not involved in crime, if you are not a fraudulent person, Bola Tinubu, you cannot remain in his camp. That's why he pushed somebody out. Spend 1 year saying no, this one too clean. At least not be saying a perfect person, but it's too genuine to be around. Everybody must be. Go and check everybody Tinubu works with. There must be some element of criminality and fraud. That is the first thing that draws him close to you. Before you can be in Tinubu's camp, you don't go do bad. Either you don't go do narcotics, you don't go do cocaine, you don't go do fraud, you don't go do crime, your CV must, as you meet Tinubu, you tell and say, sir, your excellency, sir. And they say, me give me this, they don't want to, you don't know where I be. See me. And that's how everybody in his camp has got that. Nobody says that there's a Nigerian politician that is a saint. But we cannot continue to harbor the worst of us. Allow the worst of us to take over the best of us, to lead the best of us. It's not possible. And that's why we are insisting that this criminality must. And that's why he blackmails them. Because, of course, you cannot see why some of these guys are hell-bent on having him because he has blackmailed them. Did you not hear that I was going to take that story fully, but let me just mention that the professor that rigged Akpabio into office has not been jailed by a court, but Akpabio is Senate president. You cannot, because that's how the man blackmail you. He put you in a tight corner. You have to have results with criminality before you can get some. That's somebody talking about. Now this Sanwo-Olu, they get mouth. They talk about who is demarketing Nigeria. You are having mass to talk about who raised poverty, who is doing this. Whereas, look at schools in Lagos. Of all the monies you collect from generated revenue, that the whole country is contributing because there's nothing spectacular. All of this were politics that Lagos benefited. As much as I agree that, of course, they have also done a bit to ensure that this is sustained, but you were just a privileged city that benefited from all of this. And the politics that has been played over the years has given Lagos this edge. Yet, it is not showing, at least in health and education, basically. Let's even leave other infrastructures. For a city like that, you should be a country of your own. That should be a prototype of how a country should be run. Health, and till today we are still having issues. Which world-class hospital has the government built? Have you attracted? You are allowing private school to try because you believe in taxes, whereas you forget that there are indigent, poor families that cannot pay the fees of this school. Are you not supposed to ensure that education in these public schools are equipped and viable enough for people who cannot afford private institutions to come there and be able to? But yet, you have abandoned because all of you are doing business. They say Sanwo-Olu will get mad. They talk. Go and explain. Ambode is calling you. Ambode is calling you. You should say the kind of fake dollar you're going to spend in America. That's all of you are coming to look for political power that you can use to clean your name off the records that you have overseas. And they begin to use diplomatic permissions and privileges to override all of these things against you. The Nigerian people, a time will come when Nigerian people will get fed up of all of these criminals in power and say the time has come. Watch out.
Between Uzor Kalu, the former governor of Abia State, and Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, who is demarketing Nigeria? Or, will I say, let me explain.
It's very difficult to see some of our leaders going around America, Europe, Canada, Australia, China, demarketing our country. When we're busy looking for investment to pull up the country, people are busy going to tell everybody in Nigeria that nothing is happening in Nigeria. Sure.
So in a recent video shared by Senator Uzor Kalu, he claimed that people are demarketing Nigeria. In fact, he indirectly said that Obi is demarketing Nigeria by going outside the country to speak bad about Nigeria economy and all that. And one would think that, oh, why is Obi demarketing Nigeria? The question is, what Peter Obi said or the things that he's saying, is there lie in it? Now, let's leave Peter Obi. Let's go to Senator Uzor Kalu. Every Nigerian know that Senator Uzor Kalu is an ex-convict. He has been convicted before. This is not allegedly. There's figure and fact. He has been convicted before. In fact, he was sentenced to imprisonment for fraud. Anyway, it is in Nigeria, not the one they do outside country. In Nigeria, Uzor Kalu was sentenced to imprisonment for fraud. Now, you will wonder, now the same person that was sentenced to imprisonment is sitting now as a Nigerian senator. Now, the question is, who is demarketing Nigeria? Is he an ex-convict who was sentenced to prison for fraud, who is now a legislator in Nigeria? Or Peter Obi, who has never stepped into any police station except he wants to go and bail people, who has never been convicted, who has never been declared wanted or any kind of fraud in his name? Who is demarketing Nigeria? Anyway,
Exchange Group and London Stock Exchange, wherein the whooping sum of 1.004 trillion naira was declared as profit before tax. This caused the group to be reported all over the media as the first, quote, Nigerian financial institution to cross the 1 trillion naira mark in profit. It is our finding that these figures, as contained in the audited statements, are mere conjectures hurriedly put together by Segun Julius Agbaje and his team to deceive the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria, and even the customers and investors into believing that it all is well with GTB, even when it is not. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no gainsaying the fact that Guaranty Trust Bank Limited has become notorious over the years for engaging in deceptive accounting practices to artificially inflate profit figures. For example, no substantial pieces of evidence was presented by Segun Agbaje to support the assertion that GTCO PLC made over 1 trillion naira in profit as at 30th June 2024. Even at that, it is very possible that the figures were generated through the process called round tripping. This is a process where funds are moved in and out of the bank through different accounts or entities to create an illusion that there are legitimate transactions going on in the bank. The combination of this process and other unethical issues, business practices, within the bank points towards the direction of systemic corruption, fraud, and money laundering, which we have asked the media, anti-corruption agencies, and the government to further investigate. It is feared that such ugly situation, if not properly checked, could have the tendency of not only undermining customers, investors' confidence in the bank, but pose significant risks to the stability of Nigerian financial sector. Surprisingly, Segun Julius Agbaje did not tell Nigerians that the corporate image of GTB Limited has been terribly battered and shattered in many foreign countries where it is in operation. He lied by stating in the recent audited statements that GTCO PLC ensures compliance with disclosure requirements under the disclosure and transparency rules of the UK Financial Conduct Authority, FCA. The truth is that Guaranty Trust Bank UK Limited was sanctioned by the same FCA to pay a financial penalty of £525,000 for breaches of Principle 3, Management and Control, of the authority's Principles for Businesses between 19th May 2008 till 19th July 2010. In another development, the FCA imposed on Guaranty Trust Bank UK Limited a financial penalty of over £10 million, pursuant to Section 206 of the Financial Services and Markets Act 2000. As usual, the bank agreed to resolve this matter at the earliest stage, and they got a 30% deduction from their fines. This brought the total money paid as penalty by GTB in UK to the sum of about £7,671,800. The FCA, in justifying this financial penalty, which was paid with customers and investors' funds, mainly from Nigeria, it was paid before 24th of January 2023. The FCA stated that Guaranty Trust Bank Limited again failed to put in place policies and procedures to prevent and detect money laundering. FCA considered this repeated misconduct to be a direct result of the inability of senior management staff within the bank over a prolonged period of time to formulate and implement an effective plan capable of addressing the weaknesses identified in their anti-money laundering law and other financial systems. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, our investigation took us to the Bank of Ghana, where we discovered that the foreign exchange trading license of Guaranty Trust Bank Ghana Limited was suspended for a period of 1 month with effect from 18th March 2024. The press release dated 4th March 2024.
Just listen to this video.
I was watching a video yesterday and I reposted a video on my channel where Seyi Tinubu was sending a video message of threat to a lady who said she was ashamed that Seyi Tinubu said that his father is the best governor, best president in Nigeria. Asking him, aren't you ashamed to say that? Seyi Tinubu, we did not, let me make it very clear, we never voted for you. It is the court of the land that said, we voted for your father. Ilé ẹjọ́ ló sọ pé a dìbò fún bàbá ẹ̀. Àwa ò dìbò fún ẹ. Ilé ẹjọ́ ò dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n la dìbò fún. For you to be using your position as the son of the president, threatening Nigerians for complaining that you claiming that your father is the best president ever in Nigeria is wrong. And you are now saying I will arrest you. Seyi Tinubu, you are doing what no president's son has ever done in Nigeria. We've had great presidential children. But Babangida has backed
ourselves, because we really cannot speak in terms of an election in our current circumstances.
I'm imagining that
an election in the face.
Yeah, that those who are defecting to the APC, and in their numbers, the girl of defection we saw in Delta said a whole state structure moved to the APC, and those in the APC will say this is a signal that the APC is the sweet and the beautiful bride that is attracting a lot of people from the outside. And at some point, the APC had said, it's a performance of the government of the day and things are getting better. And that is why the platform is looking so beautiful for others to join.
Oh, is that a question?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, in the manner you spoke about the defection.
Look, Sheil, let's get something clear. Nigerian politicians have never had differences between them. It is the people who have required unification. Nigerian politicians are as united as they have ever been, and in recent times, they've more or less become as one. It is the people who have been divided into multiple bits. What you are saying today is the realization that you need to align with the behemoth in the land. And that is why you are seeing parties, or let me say, you're seeing entire state structures of the PDP who understand that that corrupt power that has now been captured by the APC is not going to be dropped unless the people become involved and become factors in the electoral process. As long as a Yakubu Mahmoud or whoever is selected to replace him has the capacity to be telling Nigerians to go to court when it declares the election result in the middle of the night, the PDP and all the other power-hungry people would jump into the APC boat because they want second terms and they don't want prosecution or persecution. You and I were in this country, I might even have been on your show, when Orji Omole declared to the hearing of all Nigerians, join the APC and your sins will be forgiven. The average Nigerian politician is a crook. He needs his sins forgiven. So he will jump into the place where he has been assured that his sins will be forgiven. Not only will his sins even be forgiven, he might be persuaded that INEC will work for him. The judiciary will do his bidding because the levers of powers in the hand of the APC will be made available to those who are in compliance with the APC. So that people are moving into the APC is not a surprise to me. It is normal. Question is, what has the APC done for us? Is it the economy that has become better? Is it security that has gotten better? Is it fuel that is more available and cheaper? What is it? Is it infrastructure? Is it corruption that has subsided? Nigeria has been taken to the land of no return by the APC, almost completely destroyed to its root. But politicians are aligning because for them it's about capturing the public purse. It's about acquiring a license for impunity. It's about ensuring that nothing will happen to them regardless of whatever crimes they might commit. So if they are moving...
Quickly, we need to wrap up now. And my final question to you would be, you've described what seems to be a very bleak future or a bleak situation of a country. A nation that's supposed to have... to be a great example for the rest of the world. But those who believe in this country, who think that this country is great and can be greater, actually. But in your own description and your disappointment, perhaps in 60 seconds or less, what do you think, or where do you think we can go from here? And what do you think are the answers to the nagging questions?
See, the only thing that can save Nigeria is that it does a course correction, walk away from the abyss that it is continually toying with. You cannot rule a country with impunity and expect that country to develop or to have peace. Nigeria has been locked into this vicious cycle of impunity for the last 10 years. The PDP was bad, yeah, but the APC, they've been disastrous for Nigerians because it's just been a licensing board for impunity, corruption, the worst kind of brigandage that you can imagine, and Nigeria is dying on its watch. So if we are going to do a course correction, it will be because we went back to a system that allows the law to rule, not the will of men or their whims. That is the only thing that can save us. Outside of that, it's just a matter of time. Nigeria will die if it continues like this.
How can you have a country and your currency is being printed outside? You say you are a sovereign nation. No, the church must speak.
Look at what that young man has done. He's in his 30s. The man they are calling a dictator, look at the development he has brought to that country. He has built 2 gold refinery before they carry all the gold out. He's providing employment. He's building factories, building roads, apartments, buildings, developing the nation. But you say what? He's a dictator. How? In 2.5 years, what that guy has done, you can't deceive us again. They take hold of your media and they paint Africa black. They paint us black. They say we are not. What Africa needs is not politicians. So we need real leaders who care for the nation. And unfortunately, they are able to confuse us because there are some greedy folks, little ones. They look for them and they give them money and they ask them to bring confusion. And that's what is happening. Our borders confusion all so they can exploit us. But the time has come and the church must awake and pray against some of these things and speak also. We should be able to speak truth to power. This is a truth. This is truth that is bitter in their mouth, and we need to speak it. Those big denominations, they should speak.
You and I know as we speak, nothing is working in this country. Unfortunately, I don't like saying this, but it's the fact, it's the realism on ground. Nothing is working. No light, no security, no food, nothing is working. Now, my question to Nigerians, as our president tell us, say, make we not vote at 2027 if you not give us permanent light. More focus on that area. Now, what do you think we should do in 2027? Let's remove sentimentalism. I love him, I don't love him. Now, what do you tell us make we do? Abi, what do you think we should do? This is Nigeria Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.